David's quiet discovery. David got up early before his alarm clock rang. It was Easter morning, and the world was very quiet. He watched the sunrise from his window. The sky was purple and orange. He put on his warm clothes and got dressed in silence. He felt that this day was special, but he did not know why yet. David went for a walk to the village. The air was cold and fresh. He did not want to rush, so he walked slowly. He heard the sound of his boots on the grass. The trees were small and green. He carried a bag for the bread he wanted to buy for his holiday meal. Near an old stone bridge, David saw an old man. It was Alaric. Alaric wore a long, dark coat and held a wooden stick. To David, he looked like a stranger from a very old story. It was a strange sight in the modern village. David felt a little bit nervous. Alaric came closer and spoke in a whisper. "Look at the stone knight," he said. "Find the silent colors." David was very confused. He wanted to ask a question, but Alaric did not stay. The old man nodded and walked away into the white fog. David walked to the village square. He saw a large statue of a knight. People called the statue the Silent Sentinel. David touched the cold stone of the statue. He tried to sense the meaning of the old man's words. He wondered, what are the silent colors? "Are you talking to the stone?" a voice asked. David turned and saw his friend, Salix. Salix sat on a bench and held a braided willow twig. "This is an Easter whip," Salix explained. "It is an old tradition. It brings good health for the new year." David sat down and watched his friend work. Suddenly, David heard a new sound. It was a soft humming. The sound came from behind the big statue. It was the whisper that Alaric mentioned. David stood up and walked around the stone knight. He wanted to see who was there. David found a woman named Thalassa behind the statue. She sat with many baskets of eggs. In her hand, she had a bright red ribbon. She used many colors to dye eggs. David realized these were the silent colors. They were beautiful and hidden in the shadows. Alaric appeared again and stood near the woman. He was not a mysterious stranger now. He was a happy grandfather. He put his hand on Thalassa's shoulder and smiled. David felt a wave of relief. He realized the traditions were about the people in his village. The sun began its sunset as David walked home. He had a warm loaf of bread and one beautiful egg. The egg was a reward for his long walk. He did not avoid the traditions anymore. He felt peaceful and happy because he finally understood the holiday.